G'day guys, welcome back to another quick video. Just on the banks of Windermere. Just finished up a good session, which was the last video you guys would have seen last week. Just thought while I'm here I'd just do a quick little video on my top 5 lures for spring yellowbelly, and in particular out here at Windermere. I get this question a lot. I have done videos on this type of stuff in the past, but it's always good to chuck a refresher out there, and people seem to really enjoy this type of content. Excuse Zig in the background, she's playing in the water, and yeah, if the audio, if you're picking that up, I'm sorry, but she just loves jumping in and chasing bubbles. She's a bit of a spinner. But we'll jump straight into it. 5 lures that I reckon you've got to have if you come out here. The first one is a soft vibe. There's plenty of soft vibes on the market. Anything in that 90mm range seems to work really well. Definitely my go-to lure these days. It has been for a number of years. This one here is the Yellowbelly soft shell. Had a bit of a hand in designing this lure with Daiwa. You know, when we're using a soft vibe and we're shaking a soft vibe on the bottom, what we're trying to do is imitate a yabby, and that imitates a yabby absolutely perfect. Got the appendages there, the face, and the way it's rigged, it shuffles back like that. It just looks exactly like a yabby. And in spring, when this water's warming up, the yabbies are on the move, and that's what these yellowbelly are hunting, hence why they work so well. You got to get the technique down pat. I will leave a link in the description below of me showing how to use the shake and bake technique for these. But yeah, it's essential. If you can get that technique right, the shake, you'll catch a lot more fish. If you're just going to hop these along the bottom, you definitely won't catch as many fish. You will pick the odd one up, but once you master that shake, that's when you can really start racking some numbers up. So that's the soft vibe. That's a Yellowbelly soft shell. Jackal TN60's another really good one. Xeric fish trap as well. Second one is the Gear ZX40, but any blade will work. The ZX40's been a staple out here at Windermere for a number of years now. When I first started fishing here probably 15 years ago, this was the go-to lure, and this is all I use exclusively for a number of years. Caught so many fish on them. They're super easy to fish, so if you're just getting into this type of stuff, or you got young kids or the missus, they can't get the shakedown pat or different techniques down pat, these are really easy to use. A blade, ZX40, all you gotta do is cast out, let it hit the bottom, and just slowly hop it off the bottom. Hop, let it sit. Hop, let it sit. And 9 times out of 10, those yellowbelly will actually pick the lure up off the bottom, slurp it in, and then you're on. So really easy lure to use. Yeah, definitely pick some of them up. The ZX40 is by far the best. Again, imitating that yabby, looks like a yabby, shaking off the bottom, very similar to a soft vibe, just a smaller presentation. They also fish well through weed. Windermere's famous for weed and slime out here, so a lot of the time it can be quite frustrating with a soft vibe, picking up weed all the time. But the ZX40 seems to get through it a lot better, and if you do get fouled up with it, you just give it a sharp rip. A lot of the time you can just break it free, that weed, and then you can keep your retrieve going without having to bring it back to the boat. As you'll see with those first two, and also with this third one, the lipless crankbait, this one is Jackal TN60. Run assist hooks. Assist hooks are essential for yellowbelly fishing, I reckon. Especially on the soft vibe and the blade, you got to have them. You'll hook and land so many more fish by having assist hooks on those lures. There's plenty of assist hook brands out there now, but I'm a little bit biased, but these Daiwa retrofit assist hooks, I've been using these for a fair while now, and they are by far the best I've found. I haven't bent one. They're super sharp and super strong, and perfect for soft vibes and blades, and also on the back of lipless crankbaits. Anyway, back to the third one, lipless crankbait, versatile lure. Again, probably before the ZX40 really took off out here, it was a TN60. This is kind of the OG lure. Or you could go back to deception shrimp, but really when people started whacking cricket scores of yellowbelly out here, they were using TN60s. versatile lure. You can hop them off the bottom the same as you would do a blade. You can shake them the same as you would do a soft vibe, and you can also slow roll them. I actually find these to be most effective is slow rolling above weed beds or through structure along rock walls. I like to use a bait cast outfit and literally just cast it in the bank and just slow roll it out, and a lot of the time those fish will come and smoke it. If I'm going to fish something on the bottom, I'm probably going to lean towards a blade or a soft vibe. So this is my slow roll whipless crankbait. The fourth one is a jerkbait or crankbait. So this is a bibbed lure. This one here is a Daiwa Spike 53. They also do them in a 44, which I do have. Anyway, I've got another one in there, but yeah, this is the Daiwa Spike. This is the 53. They also do the 44. They do them in a range of depths, so the bibs, different size bibs. The extra deep I found to be the best when it comes to the spike. Another good one is the Jackal Squirrel in the 67. I've got a heap, there's a heap of them in there, but yeah, heap of different lures. These are really good, so jerkbait, if you're using live tech, jerkbaits are really good on the live tech. I don't use the live tech anymore, but if you do have the live tech, then using a jerkbait, something that suspends in their face when those fish aren't sitting on bottom, when they're in that mid-water column, having a few jerkbaits are really good. I've caught a lot of fish doing it back in the day when I had the live tech. The other good thing with these is you don't have to jerk them, especially the spikes. You can actually just slow roll them, and I found that to be really effective when the fish are sitting mid-water again. Without the live tech, just cast out. I like to use straight through fluorocarbon and just slow roll them back to the boat, and a lot of the time, yeah, they'll smoke them, the yellows. So yeah, Daiwa spikes, 53s, 44s. I like the 44s and the extra deep, that's probably my favourite, but the 53s cast better, so if you're in windy conditions, the 44s can be a little bit hard to cast. So 53 if it's windy and hard to cast, or if you've got nice glass out, go the smaller size in the 44. And the other good one to check out is the Jackal Squirrel. And the last lure of the 5 is a black grub, or any 2.5, 3 inch grub will work, but we all know, well, we should all know by now, that they are a super effective lure. This is just a bait junkie, dial bait junkie, 2.5 inch grub in the black. I think most of us know that the go-to is the Gulp 3 inch minnow. In black, they just catch so many fish. It's just something in that scent, I believe. So if I was going to go grab some grubs, I'd definitely recommend the Berkeley Gulps. I just don't have any on me at the moment. I don't really fish them in spring, but they're a super effective lure. They're really good in timber, so in spring I don't like to be fishing timber, but if it's tough, sometimes you do have to do it. And if you got the live tech, yeah, you got to have a grub, because you'll catch a lot of fish on live tech. If you don't have the live tech, you can go to the timber and just slow roll. Basically, just you can park up on a submerged tree or some timber, tie off to it, drop your lure to the bottom, and just literally slow wind it back to the top, and just keep doing that. It's boring way of fishing. I don't like it, but if it's tough, it definitely works. The other thing with grubs that a lot of people don't seem to do, but it is super effective, is actually shaking grubs on the bank the same as you would do a soft vibe. So pretty much the exact same technique. Shake, 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 let it drop. What it'll do, because they don't weigh as much as the soft vibe, they'll actually come off the bottom a lot more, and then they'll have a bit of a flutter back down. And a lot of the time, when you're using a soft vibe, the yellowbelly will actually eat the lure or hit the lure while you're shaking it. But when you're using a grub and shaking on the bank, you want to use as light a weight possible as you can get away with, and let that, a lot of the time, the bite will actually come when it's fluttering back to the bottom. So same as if you were brim fishing with plastics, you just shake, 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 shake up, and then just watch your line for a tick, tick, bang, strike, got him. So another effective one that a lot of people don't really use, but yeah, it's definitely something you should try. So grubs aren't only for timber, they're also for the banks. But if you're fishing timber, 1/4 ounce heads, around that way. If you're fishing the bank, I like to go to an 1/8 or even a 12th. If you're fishing real shallow, you can go to a 12th, but in that sort of 3 to 4 to 5 metre mark, if you can fish an 8, you'll catch a lot more fish than if you fish something heavier, because that fall after you shake it up is the key. The longer you can sort of get that to drift back down, the longer that time from the top of your shake to when it hits the bottom, the more fish you'll catch. So lighter weights. Anyway guys, that's pretty much it. The last thing I will say is scent. Very, very important. Again, this trip that I've been out here, nearly every time I reapplied some S Factor, I caught a fish within 5 casts. So definitely S Factor is my favourite. It's got that UV enhancement in it, but other people got their favourites. What else have we got in here? This stuff, the Pro Cure. But I'm a S Factor guy. But yeah, any scent, just have some scent. You got to have it. That's pretty much it, guys. Just a quick little one there. Hopefully help a few people out that if you're coming out to Windermere or if you're fishing another impoundment this spring, just give you a few ideas on some lures to use. If you are going out, best of luck. Appreciate everyone watching. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.